tell me what you have again.
Okay, so right here we have we have Alienware's 3 Ivy Bridge laptops. We have the M14x, the M17x, and the M18x. Right, this is an all-new platform just announced and released on May 2nd. They're all powered by killer wireless networking as well, right?
Gotcha.
So the 17x and the 18x over there have the killer wireless N1103. It's been available for about a year now, but it's our highest performance part. It's our hot rod and pickup truck at the same time. It's a 3 antenna part. The wireless end specification allows for multiple antennas to get more bandwidth, right? So 3 antennas gives you the best available bandwidth that you can get, but with killer wireless you get the best latency too. That's the fastest travel time for any data that's going over your wireless connection. Our new part is a killer wireless N1202. We had a 2 antenna part last year called the 1102. This is our 2 antenna part with Bluetooth, so this is our new 1202. Alienware is offering the 1202 exclusively right now until about the end of this month. So we're very proud to be showing it with them at E3. Killer wireless gives you the lowest latency. In other words, it gets the game data to and from your game and back out to the internet faster than any other wireless card can. Most of the time by a factor of about 10, right? A latency of about 1 millisecond to an average latency of about 10 milliseconds, with a lot more focus on consistent, fast, steady delivery. Also, our 2 antenna parts in our own tests, as well as some other tests, some third-party tests, beat other manufacturers' 3 antenna parts when it comes to not only latency but also bandwidth and throughput at range, right? So we're faster than the other guys. We can haul more data than the other guys, closer and farther away from the router than anybody else, right? So it's truly gaming-grade wireless, right? We do this by prioritizing traffic as it comes into the laptop, right? So as soon as data hits the antenna, we know whether or not it's game data or video chat data or web data or even like low-level data like FTP or BitTorrent or something like that. And we immediately prioritize that. Game data gets priority 1, gets top of the line, right? Real-time chat like Skype or Uvu, which is still pretty important, but not as important as games, gets priority 2. Web browsing data, Netflix, Hulu, iTunes, things like that, they get priority 3 because they're more buffer tolerant, right? Some of those packets can wait a couple of seconds while your game data comes through, right? And then low-level stuff like Windows updates, FTP, BitTorrent, things like that, or things that we don't recognize automatically get priority 4, right? So you can, with this prioritization scheme, play a game and download a file, right? Say I was doing a download here. So what we can see here is we got my maximum connection here is 9 megabits, right? And what I can do is make sure that I don't interfere with anybody else's game on the router here by throttling all that to less than 9 megabits, right? Because the way internet traffic works, let me get back to the game here. The way internet traffic works is not that everybody is fighting for this, not that everybody doesn't have multiple lanes on the freeway to use, it's that they're all fighting for the same lane, right? All the semi-trucks full of your download data are fighting with your taxi cabs who need to get people, just one person, but very important people, to very important places all throughout the system, right? By assigning lanes, everybody gets to where they need to go. Now sometimes the semi-trucks might get there a little later, but it doesn't matter because you don't care. It's not as important to get that next 1,000-bit packet as it is to get that 100-bit packet that's got a bullet with your name on it, right? Or to send out your grenade or your spell cast at the boss, right? And make sure that that hits, right? That's the important stuff. That's the stuff that depends on extremely low latency.
Now the 1202 is only available inside packaged inside laptops, or
it's only available inside Alienware laptops.
Alienware laptops. Yeah. Okay, so is Killer as a company? Are you guys still doing the OEMs or the PCIs?
Card? No, we don't. We don't actually have any inspection cards right now. That's not to say that a partner couldn't come along and say, you know what, we want to do a PCI card with you guys.
Right.
And
with Killer technology.
Exactly. We'd figure out some way to do that.
Okay.
But right now, you know, with gaming constantly upgrading and sales of Alienware systems just going through the roof, it's a lot easier to sell it in new hardware. It's a lot better for the customer to also configure it with new hardware, better customer experience, things like that, than it is to go out and try to do a retail model.
Well, Sean, we appreciate the tour. It's good to know what's going on inside the laptops.
Exactly.